Welcome to my creative space. Today I'm going to talk about this wonderful little e-spinner. This is my first e-spinner. I've always spun on a more traditional type wheel for years, and I just got this last month, and so I'm going to go over what I like, what I don't like. And I want to talk about why I wanted an e-spinner, because the reason I wanted an e-spinner might be a little bit different than why a lot of people wanted an e-spinner. So anyway, I'll get to it. This is the Ashford 3 e-spinner. I got it last month for my birthday. I've been curious about an e-spinner. Unlike with an electric drum carder, which I wanted because I wanted it to speed up the process, I already feel like I'll spin fast enough. So I didn't want it because I thought it would make me spin faster. Some people want them because they think they'll spin faster. Some people want them because they don't take up a lot of room. I wanted to try an e-spinner because you can set it on a table and you can stand up to spin. I feel like I sit down too much, and it's bad for my back. It hurts my back. It hurts my neck to always be sitting and looking down. I crochet. I've got animals that have to be groomed. So I feel like I sit down too much. Over this last year, a lot of the things I do, I've been converting as much as possible to standing up, and not just standing up, but standing up so that I have this tall table to work from. One of the things when I decided, okay, I'm going to try weaving again, I wanted something where I could set it on a tall table and I could weave and stand. I don't want to sit down. I just feel like it's not good for me, and I spend too much time sitting down. So I wanted an e-spinner because I wanted to be able to set it on a high table and do this right here. It's perfect for that. It's very, very perfect. I can spin so much longer without pain. Compared to my regular spinning wheel where I have to sit down and sometimes I feel kind of cramped. I've tried lots of different chairs. I've tried lots of different things to try to make it more comfortable to spin, but it's just not that comfortable. So really, the only time I'm using my traditional spinner, which is the Ashford Joy, is when I go to spinners group. And that's because everybody else is sitting around, sitting in a circle and spinning. And that is one of the not so convenient parts of the e-spinner is if you go to groups and stuff, you might not have a table to set it on. And of course, you've either got to have a battery pack for it or you have to plug it up, and that might be super inconvenient depending on where your spinners meeting is or your class or whatever it is you're doing. So, but I'm very, very happy with this. Now, pleasantly surprised that it's so easy to spin with. It's so much easier than the traditional type wheel, and not that I think that that's hard. I don't, but I feel like I can spin more even, more consistently with this. And the speed, of course, is always the same. There's no sometimes when I treadle, I might treadle a little bit too fast for a minute. I might slow down a little bit too much. Something wonky might happen with my yarn as I'm drafting it out, and it might, and depending on the speed I'm treadling, that might not work out for me. Sometimes when you stop treadling, you still kind of spin a little bit. With this, I just hit the pedal and it immediately stops. So if I've got something wonky going on here, I can go ahead and fix that and not really have to worry about, is my wheel going to spin for a little bit longer? That's the other thing I really like about this, that I didn't think about it when I bought it because I was like, who cares about, you know, a foot pedal? Yeah, it's a great feature. And now I would not buy an e-spinner without a foot pedal. There's no way. That just makes it so much easier to deal with, because if I had to stop, hold this, and click that, and then I'm going to get a little bit of an overspun yarn, possibly. I don't want that. So I like that I can just immediately stop it with just that little hit of the foot pedal. Better consistency. I can stop it quicker. The other thing I really like about it is it's easier on my hands. Of course, you do have to adjust its pull, just like with a regular wheel. But I do feel like my hands are not working near as hard. Because sometimes when you're treadling, you know, maybe you push a little bit too hard or something, and then all of a sudden it maybe jerks your yarn. I've had that happen before. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I've been spinning for a while, so I think anything that can go wrong probably has gone wrong. See, like there's a little piece of some VM there, but I can stop it immediately, get it out, and start right back. And see, then that got kind of wonky, so stop it immediately, get that pulled out a little, and start again. So and I don't have to worry about, you know, my speed starting back, or it's just less to think about. And so I'm getting this more consistent yarn that I love. And I've had problems in the past with my thumbs getting really sore, my hands getting sore. A couple months ago, my thumbs, I woke up and both of my thumbs were out of joint, and they still pop out of joint. Sometimes I have to wear a brace. I have to limit my time on my regular wheel. And so when I got the e-spinner, I didn't really think it was going to make a difference for my hands, but it really has. It's so much easier. And of course, a lot of that is going to also depend on your fiber too. I mean, if you have fiber that's hard to pull out, you know, hard to draft, of course that's going to affect your drafting and your consistency. But overall, this is a winner. This one's got me pretty spoiled, and so when I look at some of the other e-spinners, I'm like, no, I won't like that. I can tell I'm not going to like that, because this Ashford is pretty sweet. It's fast, it's consistent. I can set it wherever I want. I can stand up. So this e-spinner has done exactly what I wanted, and then some. I don't think there's anything I dislike about this. I've tried to think about it, you know, what is it I dislike about it? And I can't think of anything I dislike about it. I wish it was cheaper. That's the only thing I can think of. I wish it wasn't quite so expensive. But, you know, wheels spinning, it's pretty expensive. I do want to try the eel wheel, because it is a lot less expensive, and it seems like it might be comparable to the Ashford for less than half the price. So I'd like to give it a try. I know it's pretty popular with people who are just starting out spinning, because it is, you know, a lot more affordable. So I definitely want another one of these, especially since my more traditional wheel is really only going to be my class or my group, my spinning group wheel, and I'm gonna apply on it. I'll apply on it. But as far as spinning goes, it's hard to like go back. It's hard to go back unless, like I said, I'm going to the local spinners group meeting or something. So anyway, that's my review of the Ashford 3 e-spinner. Absolutely love it, and looking for an e-spinner, I can't recommend this enough. I mean, if you've got the money for it, or a special occasion and you need to treat yourself to this wheel. You will not regret it. And it's not finicky at all. I think out of all the reviews I've seen on it, I might have seen one person say it was finicky and they didn't like it. That's got to be user error, because it is so easy. The lady at the shop I bought it from, I mean, she had it out. It took me a minute to get used to the controls. And I mean, right there in the shop, I was spinning yarn immediately. Never used an e-spinner before. She didn't really know much about it herself. I could tell she didn't really use the e-spinners a lot. So anyway, easy, consistent, convenient. I mean, what's not to like about that? So I hope you find this helpful if you are looking for e-spinners and you're trying to find honest reviews. I'm not an affiliate with anybody. I just like to review things that I've bought, and let others know what I think about them, what I like about them. Did it do what I wanted? Were there any surprises? You know, to give people a little bit of insight, because not that there's anything wrong with affiliates, but sometimes when you've got an affiliate link and you're selling something, you don't really want to say anything bad about it. So I'm always a little suspicious about affiliate links, especially if it's somebody giving a review on it and they're not really comparing it to anything and they have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. I don't really have anything bad to say about this, except I wish it wasn't quite so expensive. It's still not as expensive as some of the e-spinners, so that's a plus. And it did come with like a lazy Kate, so that was cool too. But anyway, if I get another e-spinner, I will definitely spin on it and let everybody know. I found this video helpful, and I hope you're getting some time to do something creative today. Y'all have a good one.